consider to subscribe to the channel, like the video, comment and share. Tell me what you think about the video. We are here to discuss about the ongoing referendum and what is going on in Nigeria. We have to discuss about the economy so far, what is going on, and the way things seems to be. Yes, I'm not going to waste much of your time, but I would like you, as you're joining in, please hit the like button as well, so that others will join as we move forward. It is very, very important. Very, very important indeed. Hey, I'm strong. You are the first person to join me at this moment. How are you? How are you? Thank you so much for coming in. How are you today? I hope I'm coming out. My voice is very clear. I don't know if you can hear me, or do I have to raise my voice more? Okay. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? If you can hear me, please let me know. Let me know if you can hear me. If you can hear me, let me know. It is very, very important, so that I will not be talking to myself. Okay. Can you hear me? Please let me know if I'm coming out clear. Can you hear me? Is my voice coming out? Is it loud enough? Loud and clear. God bless you, I'm strong. Thank you so much for confirmation.
We should. My goodness me. See your bum. Yeah. God. Yeah. I want to give you this video anyway. It doesn't mean anything. Today is they say na Lovers Day. We really show the zoo love. We show them. We show them love. We show them enough love today. As today be the Lover Days, we show them love. They have gone with enough of love. Today is the most happiest day. You know when something mean love, you know what love is all about. You really show them love. As a matter of fact, Imo State, we show Imo State enough love, and then we give them enough takeaway. Today we share enough takeaway. Enough takeaway. Oh my goodness me. Umuchuku, una dey strong. Una dey good. When it comes to sharing, una know they look back. We give them enough takeaway today. And then Anambra people come. We give them enough takeaway. Sete, then eat Bl0w. They don't know anything where to do. Then bring extra, known as fighter jet. And as they bring the fighter jet to collect extra, where they go see chop. Now they come through this one. See where he land. See your bomb. You know they even burn anything for our ground. You know they even burn anything for our ground. No? See am. You don't see am. Now only these are innocent achara. Where you manage to cut. And this place why they very, very far from. Very far from where we stay. So, well, congratulations for cutting firewood for us. This is firewood. We will not pay you for this firewood where you cut for us. But anyway, thank you for cutting firewood for us. So therefore, the extra you carry, we believe we give you enough extra that will sustain you for many weeks. Okay? We show you love. We are a good people. The world should know that we are very good. You understand? We know they like chop alone. We know they like to chop alone. We dey share, we dey give gift. We have give enough gift today wey be Valentine. Imagine, we give gift today wey be Valentine. Ratago, Umuchuku, we have give them gift so that tomorrow nobody will come and say, the children of Biafra soldier, they were celebrating Valentine, they did not give the zoo gift. We gave them enough gift. If you understand, you will understand. But today is the most happiest day of our life. Yeah? Today is the 4th day since we start this dance of the spirit. Today is the day they collect enough.
This is one of the Biafran commanders giving updates about what is going on in Imo State. And we have seen a lot of videos from Twitter handle of the PM, Biafran Prime Minister Simon Ekpa. He have keep on, he's not relenting. Every now and then you keep on, bringing the updates about what is going on, just to prove to people who are doubting Thomas's, saying that nothing is happening, that he's just making noise, social media noise and all that. So it is no longer something that people, an average Biafrans will come out and say, we are not seeing anything, what is going on? They are just asking for fundraising and nothing is happening. So that time have, come and gone. It is very, very clear. What people are now asking is how do you manage to sustain this thing with little resources at hand? People are now, suggesting how to raise funds to support and to make sure that the protection of our people is being moved to the next level. It's not a time to question where is the money going, what is happening, because it is very, very clear. Do you know the number of tanks and materials from the other side, people from the other side, what they have brought to our land, and how those things are being managed and controlled and neutralized? So I don't need to be mentioning it here, because we all have access to the news. But the reason why I'm playing it here, in case if you have not heard from the people on ground, this is one of the commanders who decided to make this video to let everybody know what is going on and how it's being fought. That one aside, another news that I would like to share with us this moment is what is happening in Nigeria. How people are, fighting for bread, fighting for yam and all that. And this is happening in Lagos State. And you see some of the, should I say, I don't want to use the word Yorubas, because we have a very reasonable people from Yoruba people also, just like we have in Igbo. But it does not mean that every now and then some of the foolish ones will not stick out their neck to prove how foolish and how gullible they can be. So I'm not going to pick on those ones. What I want to share with you is that despite the suffering that everybody is everybody is involved in, both Igbo, Hausa, Yoruba, and everybody is in it. And you see some people who are hell-bent in supporting APC and supporting Tinubu, probably because Tinubu is from their region and all that, and they choose to be that tribalistic, and they cannot hide it anymore. So every now and then you see them coming out trying to make comment that look like the suffering is meant for one ethnic group and they are exempted. Now, in Lagos State, people are, fighting seriously to get bread. I think the other video also is where I think a young man, I don't know if he stole the bread or something happened, but the level of beating that the man was receiving there just because of 100 naira bread, you will ask yourself, is this happening in Nigeria or in another world? Because the hunger and the suffering is unimaginable. Many people are taking it for granted, and the issue and the most difficult part of it is that it's not going to stop soon. It is not as if in these 3 months or maybe in 6 months time everything will turn around to become nice and everybody will be happy. It's not going to be so. So let me show you this video. Just this is one of the flip the camera so that you yourself will see.
Because of 100 naira bread. Hey, Nigeria. Hey! Now wow, because of 100 naira bread. Hey! See Nigerians, so God day. My bread doesn't share like this inside Lagos Island. I beat your case free. Naira bread. Trial Street for Lagos Island. See as the floor person because of 100 naira bread. Nigeria don't spoil. See crowd. 100 naira bread. Hey, see. This one na Yoruba line, then they flog Yoruba people like this. Yoruba line. See Hausa line for back. See Hausa line for back. Just for them to be online. People don't dey side though. People don't dey.
So this is not to mock or to laugh at anybody. This is the truth of the matter, the real facts. What is happening in Nigeria, about where you come from. It is not about where kind of thing is happening. But you know, when people ask for a betterment, to put the country in a way that everybody will be happy, to make things work, some people will say, no, you have to go through my brother. I want my brother to be the one in helm of affairs, to make sure that he want to answer a president brother, without asking you, without knowing what they are your brother, if he can do something that you really want. The way things are going now in Nigeria, in next 2 years, for example, in next 2 years, I don't think it will get to 2 years. It will be, when you remember how people are living their life now in Nigeria, you will wish to live it the way it is now than to live it the way it will become in the next 22 years. Because everything is going backward. No hope, no plan, nothing at all. And this is a country where senators are earning in USD. They are, receiving a series of allowance. If they tell you the allowance and the money they are receiving, some of them is like they have a clothes allowance, they have a feeding allowance, they have a hardship allowance. That's another one, hardship allowance. Hardship they themselves created. So when you see a senator taking this kind of money, I don't want to talk about the governors. And even in Nigeria, once you become a senator, there's this huge amount of money that they keep on earning until they buy. Nobody questions whatever that goes in that country. And that is why Biafrans are pushing to leave the country, to go and have their own separate way. This is one of the reasons why Biafra must go. Yesterday, I showed us a video of a young Hausa person, I don't know if it's a Fulani guy, boy, setting the flag on ablaze, burning Nigerian flags because of hardship. Do you understand? So all those things is touching every angle, and people are pretending that it is good. It is there's no problem. Nigerian my country, Nigerian this, Nigerian that. Nobody hates you and you're Nigerian. I don't hate Nigerian because he's Nigerian, but I cannot allow myself and my family to be in a total mess because I want to prove a point. To me, it doesn't work that way. And every now and then you see Biafrans, Igbos who knows what is happening, who have been the one on the receiving side of this kind of hardship. You see some of us still pushing to make Nigeria work. Something that everybody have tried their best and it's not working. It's not working. And you know that whether it's working or it's not working, you as an Igbo person, you can never ever, attend to your potential inside Nigeria, because they will subdue you, they will reduce everything that you think you can achieve from the country. So why must you keep on pushing to achieve what you know that is not achievable? Something that you know that is not achievable. Some people are busy trying to sabotage their brother, trying to, make it look as if Biafran is not achievable, that is a fake and all that. I got a comment from someone yesterday in one of my videos, and the kind of insult the guy was running, I think he's a guy because the name is Michael. The kind of insult that he was running on that comment on me, calling me names that I am talking about, Nigerian. I'm talking about, I'm supporting Biafra because Biafra is a fraud. According to him, that is a fraud. And when people, and this is a Christian. That's another thing. You're a Christian. If you think that Muslim people don't know what they're doing, you are joking. If Nigeria breaks today, let me be honest with us. If Nigerians, everybody, okay, nothing has go your way, Yoruba go, and other people, people who wish to have their own life in their hands. If the country breaks today, Muslim people are not going to suffer the way people think they will. The only problem that we have is insecurity. It is common in Muslims in Africa. Insecurity is one of the, I don't know if they're teaching them that how to create that in the mosques, because every Muslim country in Africa have this insecurity issue, all of them from A to Z. So I think that one is, I don't know, because I was told that in Islam, there's different denomination in Islam. So I don't know the one that practice in Africa, that every country that is a Muslim, from time to time, there's this kind of a crisis that makes the economy to keep on going backward. So I don't know about it. That one I cannot say. So that would be, northern part of Nigeria would be like other Muslim countries in West Africa. All this banditry, all these people that you are seeing carrying catapult, moving, buying people anyhow, if you reduce in number, because they're not doing it for they're not trying to protect their own. They know what they stand for, and they will make sure they keep on doing what they think is better for their religion. But the problem that we have is civilization. That one I don't think they will have it. But it's not going to be as people are perceiving it at that moment. The people that I feel that they will strive very, very well, more than Northerners, Yoruba and Igbos. So why are we now, when you check, in fact, if Nigeria breaks today, none of the country that will come out from Nigeria will live the way Nigeria is living now. I don't know if you understand what I'm saying. If Nigeria break into 3, for example, I'm not saying that it must be 3. It could be 4. It could be 5. It could be 2. Okay, if Yorubas and Northerners have decided to stay together, that is their choice. So nobody have right to force them to do the way they don't want. But what I'm saying is that whether the country spreads into 4 or into 5, into 2, into 2, none of the country, both Biafran and non-Biafrans, will live as low as Nigeria are living today. So having known this, you yourself who think that separating, everybody going their path it will be a very disaster to you, that you don't want to see it, that you are so much in love with people that you cannot live with. People that if they say okay, let them move to your own village and stay there, and you'll be panicking. And you want to stay in a country where they have access to your security, where they have access to control your economy, they have access to control your standard of education, your standard of living, the cost of life and everything. You want to live with that kind of people. But when they say, okay, let that people move together in your village, let them live together with you in your village. You'll be panicking. So why are you forcing yourself? Like, I watched a video of Sunday Olise, for example, from he's a Igbo guy from Delta. He said he's not an Igbo. I'm not talking about the previous one that he said before. This is the current, this year. Arise TV was interviewing him, and he said something. What he have said in the past about not being an Igbo person, that he don't want to see himself as an Igbo, that he feel that is a kind of division when you identify yourself as an Igbo, that he's a proud of Nigerian as one, that is, in fact, he was like preaching for that you are proud of Nigeria, that you are Nigerian, so that people cannot, you are not going to see yourself, to be different from one another, which is okay. If Nigeria really want to, be a country that, include everybody as one and make this to work for everybody and have the common belief, common trust. I'm not talking about common religion here. It could be different religion, but let everybody know that no matter what you believe in, no matter your religion, the utmost thing that will unite everybody together is government. And the constitution should be paramount, that whatever you are, Muslim, Christian, whatever your traditional worshippers, you must be subjected and subdued by the authority of the government. So government will be the one to dictate what happened. It's not about religion. But they couldn't do that. So if you know that you cannot, stand on your feet and defend the country that you are claiming to be your country, then you are getting yourself. When Olise said that he is not an Igbo, that people should learn how to do that, he forgot that those people that made up the country, that made the country to be the way it is now, the Fulanis, the Hausas, the Yorubas, the Igbos, all of us together, that we have different ideology, different belief. The problem is that not only Sunday Olise reason the way Sunday reason. Many people, both from non-Igbo speaking region, many also believe that the best thing is Nigerian. Then you ask them, okay, if Nigerian is all you think that can make everything to, having one Nigerian will work for 60 years now, it couldn't work, and you think that repeating it over and over again will somehow one day make it work. Why are you now afraid of living in the north, or Fulanis to move to your country, to your villages? If you ask them, they will say, no, don't bring Ruga. They don't want Ruga. You don't want Ruga in your village. Okay, fine. Why are you afraid of Ruga? You are afraid of Ruga because you know that they will buy you. Then why do you want to stay in the country with people who have the ideology of buying you? Why must you insist? That is where I got confused, because it is always easy for us to say, oh, I don't want Nigeria my country, I pledge Nigeria my country. Oh yeah, Nigeria is fine, it is okay. But are you proud of what Nigeria can offer you? Are you proud that you want to be, you want to, have your business? I'm not talking about it from the side of Igbo people now. You want to have your business, you need good roads, security, and constant power supply. And none of these things, you can't get it from the government. And the reason is because the people in the government have different ideology from their own ethnic group. These are people who said Boko Haram, that Western education is forbidden. It's not like it's a statement made by someone on the street. No. This is something that even their scholars believe in. They believe that the best way to live is live nomadic life. And you who are claiming to be civilized, you want to be liberal in your reasoning and everything, you are their problem. So you know all those things, but you keep on pushing to make sure that even though you know, you prefer to pretend that you don't know. For example, Sunday Olise saying those things he said in that interview, that he thinks that the best way is to him he identifies himself as a Nigerian because he don't want to segregate, he don't want to, okay, that is his own ideology. The question is, does people you have the same country with, do they see you the same way you are seeing them? Do they think that everything must be about Nigeria? Do they really think about it? Why is it that when other person from other ethnic group become president or become, let me, I don't want to use the president. Let's say that if other people from other country find themselves in the helm of affairs in government offices and everything, it becomes a problem from other ethnic group. Today, the Yorubas in majority prefer to have always someone from the north to be, president, than seeing an Igbo man being a president, even if it's 1 term or maybe 4 years. They prefer to have someone from north to be the president of the country always, constantly, from north, which that's how it has been since after independence. If they did not see anybody from the north, they prefer their own Yorubas or from other place. The major problem that Jonathan had was being more closer. In fact, let me use the word, because even Jonathan, I don't know if Jonathan identifies himself as an Igbo, even though he has a beret and everything, but I don't want to dabble into that. But what I'm trying to say is that as long as the person is not from their group, from their ethnic group, or from their race, they prefer to do everything possible to kick that person out. It is only Igbo people that always open their hands to welcome whoever they want to be president. Without their Igbos are more vocal now, when it comes to Tinubu, because of the presence of P2B involvement in the election. If not, you hardly will you see an Igbo man, bashing president. No, Igbos don't do that. He said they'll be talking about the leadership, the administration of the person, not because we come from social place. I knew many Yorubas who supported the people who were, pushing for Biden movement at early stage of the campaign. When it gets closer to the election, they slack back. They now started changing the banner, supporting from PDP, moving to APC. Even Ayofayoshe, former governor of Ekiti State, in one of his videos, he said it clearly. Although he used Yoruba language, but people who understood the language also interpret it, into the public. That he was telling people that whatever that must happen, that this is our brother, then they need to support him. You saw a country whereby picking a president that will give you a good governance is all about my brother. How is that? How do you think that will make a country to thrive? It won't thrive. It won't push any country to anywhere. The economy will keep on crumbling because the focus and the attention is more of where you and my president come from, not president who will give you what you deserve. You see, the security situation of Nigeria is not from above; it's man-made, and it's being orchestrated by people who are supposed to stop the insecurity. They are the one pushing that every now and then. So how do you really think that pretending that you don't see all those things will make the country to work? You are just prolonging the evil days. Those people who are in power, they know what they are doing. They know how decayed the government and the country is. They are not going to step back from what they're doing now. No, because they are not losing anything. Mind you, politicians don't lose anything. They are the ones gaining at the detriment of their own life. So you clapping for them because they are from my region is like you supporting your neighbor who is an armed robber, because you know that he's your neighbor, that every now and then once he go and rob other people and he comes back, okay, he will offer you maybe something. But you forgot that what that person is doing outside, taking people's product or stealing from other people, that one day it will be your turn. And somehow it will affect you. Or, okay, let me use this illustration. You have somebody who normally go to the highest tension to cut, cable, electrical cable. He stole the electrical cable and he bring it back to his house. You as a neighbor, or maybe probably your brother or your sister or your siblings, you know that this is what this guy is doing. And one day he will cut. One day he will cut the cable that will affect your own light. That the cable that supply light, power supply to your own house. Because all this while you're seeing him cutting cable of other people, one day it will get to your own cable, the cable that connects power supply to your own house. So if you are, with your senses, best thing you should do is to stop kicking against him. Start immediately fight. Whenever you know that he's cutting that cable, you should start immediately to fight against him. Make sure that you rebuke him from doing so, because if you keep quiet, it will still get to your own turn. So those politicians you are clapping for now, like some of the Yoruba people are telling Jagaban is this. Okay, let me use someone that all of us know about, Nsema. Nsema is from Calabar. He was shouting Biafran, doing programs with Simon Ekpa PM and other Biafran people. People know him. Nsema was vocal. Nsema was well known and recognized in Biafran movement. All of a sudden they had I think I don't know if it was Nelly or Simon. I don't know what happened between him and them. He decided to go hiding. From hiding, what he did next was campaigning for politicians. Of all the politicians in Nigeria, he chose to support Tinubu. This is somebody who were telling you, corruption, we need to stop these people, bad governance, we need to do something. There was even a time he was preaching for protests. He was saying that revolution should take place in Nigeria, revolution. Of all the politicians in Nigeria, he did not see any other person to support. Is Tinubu. Now, if you go to his platform, you see what is he. Instead of him to focus on the problem at hand, he chooses to attack people who are victims of the problem. Every now and then his video is Igbo, because you know that a lot of Igbo people are online trying to explain themselves or to aid their views without pretending that everything is our fault. No, if you say a Igbo come after you, and they will tell you that we are not at fault. It is not us that made the country the way it is, which is true. Since after the war, non-Igbo man have been a president or even a vice president in Nigeria. Do you know to become a vice president in Nigeria as an Igbo man is forbidden? Just like Fulani people said. That Boko Haram. So it is also the same way that it is a haram for an Igbo person to become president or even to become Senate president. That is just a fact. So as an Igbo person or Igbo celebrity, you love Nigeria so much, you love the government, you love everything that is going on, because you are living fine. Everything is okay with you. Everything is okay with you, so you think that the best thing to do is to, pretend that you are not seeing what is going on. You forgot that time shall come when you, with that your celebrity, you will, seek for a help, and that help may not come. It may not come to you. I'm just saying, because when you are pretending that everything is okay, we can manage it the way it is, because you are not now on the receiving side. When it will get to your turn, remember what you have been supporting in the past. Don't blame anybody. That is why Master Makano said this thing in one of his broadcasts. I think this video was this broadcast. He did this broadcast. I think that was 2015, if I'm not mistaken. But let me bring the video.
I was told that in Kuwait I was told that in Kuwait they have categories of citizenship. They have the first class one, the second, the third, and the fourth. Is that what you said? They said those who are in the first class are those of them that fought the Iraqis when they came. Is that correct? Some people stayed here at the fort. They knew they would be outnumbered and overwhelmed, but out of honor and dignity, they stayed and they fought. And between you and me, I'm being very honest, if there is one thing we don't have as black people, we don't have honor, we don't have dignity. I was told that in Kuwait they have categories of citizenship. They have the first class one, the second, the third, and the fourth. Is that what you said? They said those who are in the first class are those of them that fought the Iraqis when they came. Is that correct? Some people stayed here at the fort. They knew they would be outnumbered and overwhelmed, but out of honor and dignity, they stayed and they fought. And between you and me, I'm being very honest, if there is one thing we don't have as black people, we don't have honor, we don't have dignity.
There's one thing we don't have as a black people: we don't have honor and we don't have dignity. That was the key words from this statement that the Master made back then in 2015. And you ask yourself now, who do you think that don't have, that showcasing that kind of attribute or lifestyle that Master was saying here? You see those people who are saying that their leadership, they are the chain of command and whatever they call themselves, and every now and then you see some of them jumping from pillar to pole, asking for opportunity to move to be a politician in the country that you have been telling people that is not workable. That is it. People who don't have honor and they don't have dignity. So it is only that was why I said in my previous video that people that are broadcasting or airing their views, it doesn't make you that you are a freedom fighter. You are not a freedom fighter. You are only airing your views. Some are broadcasting based on the information they have, on the knowledge they have. They don't want to create awareness. Creating awareness is different from being a freedom fighter. If you want to fight for your freedom or call yourself a freedom fighter, there are some elements, there are some attributes that you must showcase that will make you or make people to say, okay, this guy is a freedom fighter. You don't just wake up and say you're a freedom fighter, because there are some things that that is being expected from you as a freedom fighter. Are you willing to offer that kind of thing? One of those things, ability to resist, bribe, to buy you over. Are you sure you are ready for that? And some of us are not. So we cannot just pretend that we are what we are not. Do you understand what I'm saying? That's why I said that Master Khan and Simon Ekpa, after Ojukwu, what Ojukwu did in the 1960s, these two people are people that you can say, yes, they are freedom fighters. Because they have offered Master Khan money and, good standard of living to make him vice president. That's to tell you the level that Nigerian can go to make an Igbo man, to allow you an Igbo man to become president. They complain that their Master Khan, was disturbing them, that they don't like what he's doing and everything, all his activities. They were not happy with that. But when they want to bribe him, they did not tell him, okay, we are going to make you a president. The maximum offer they gave to him is to make him a vice president. So if you know all those things, like I'm telling you now, then you will not support P2B. You will not support P2B because P2B is the least person that gives Nigeria problem in terms of, okay, let's give you this time for you to calm down. They are willing to give that in which they couldn't give P2B. Do you understand what I'm saying? They are willing to do that, give it to Master Khan for him to keep quiet, for him not to, preach air his opinion and fight for freedom of his people. But P2B want to be president and contest and all those things that all the blah blah they are talking. How can you be president of a country that they have already concluded that you can never ever be part of them? What gives them joy is what they are doing today. Unfortunately, they forgot that holding people down will also make you bend. You don't hold people down and stand tall. You have to bend down to be able to bend another person. That is why the country is bent the way it is today. Because the agenda was to bend an Igbo person. Make sure you make them to become the least lower and whatever they think. You know, all these imaginable belief or feelings they want to hand over to Igbo people to make sure they subjugate you to their wish. So once we are not being bent over, or they can't still sit on you the way they want, they will choose alternative way to do that. The shops of Igbos that are being set ablaze every now and then in Lagos is not a coincidence. Do you really think it's an accident that every major market in Nigeria today, especially in the western part of Nigeria, are on a serious threat? It's not because the fire is moving by itself, entering people's market and shop and burning them down, and the trucks are pulling people down in Lagos State. It is not a coincidence. It is a well-planned project. Well-planned project. Surprisingly, after seeing all those things, you see a woman from Igbo land, you know, moving from one place to another, doing Facebook Live, preaching people, you know, on how to buy land in Lagos State in a very nice, expensive area where you can still live and train your children. That is the kind of business that Igbo man want to hear. That I have made my money, I can now buy properties in some place, I can now live there with my family and friends, I can train my children in Lagos. Is an honor and pride of an Igbo man. Then they will not remember what happened to another fellow Igbo man who have the same dream that you are having. Your dream is to buy an expensive house or live in a very good environment in Lagos State, in other part of Nigeria, where you can train your children and live there like a rich man. And you forgot that the people who own or who said those property to you, they are not seeing you the way you are seeing yourself. You want to embrace the country with your two hands, but they are seeing you as a foreigner in our land. They are seeing you as a foreigner in our midst. They are seeing you as a foreigner in the government. That thing that you are forcing yourself to have is not going to come to you, and they are passing it from generation to generation to generation. It's not that this generation have done this and it ended there. No. Tinubu was a nobody when the Biafra war was. I don't know where because some people say that he's not even from Nigeria. What was his contribution? Nothing. The same thing with all those people that we are seeing now parading themselves, moving from one place, claiming that they are what they are not. I don't know how to put it to use for you to understand, but everything is going upside down. And the way it's going, I think the freedom of Biafrans will not only come from Biafrans, other ethnic groups, other people from other people from other side of the country, maybe TVs, even Hausas, Fulani themselves, even Yorubas, they will soon rise up and smell the coffee, because we cannot just say Igbo man is the problem. How is Igbo man your problem? Despite burning the markets of Igbos from November last year in Lagos State until now, the cry of Nigerians are more louder in other part of the country. It is in Igbo land, but it's not as loud as other people who are responsible in burning houses in Lagos. Their people are crying for food, begging for food also. I just showed you a video where they are dragging bread. A lot of video. This is just one of them. There's another one from in the north where they are cooking. I think they have it's like where they are doing something like it's not funeral. Maybe they're celebrating or whatever. I don't know how to put it, but a lot of women were there sharing food, but people were dragging for a plate of food. Seriously. Now, Sarah Reporter said this: how former Nigerian Air Force officer supplied military uniforms, arms to Igwe in Zamfara State. Is this a surprise news? No. Every evidence that we can think of have come out, proving that the insecurity is orchestrated by those who should be ones stopping insecurity. They are the one piloting it, and it is not going to stop because they are the one to manage the insecurity of the country. Do you know that if you are an army chief in Nigeria today and you are pushing hard to fight insecurity, normally what they do is they find a way to retire you. But this time around, no. They will trap the person, they will sacrifice even one jet in the name they are having a meeting in social place, and you are flying with that jet to go wherever you. They will sacrifice one of their member. The person will buy, destroy the jet, the copter, because they want the person to just go like that. One of the army chiefs that died, I think that was last year. Until today, the information is still coming out that it was a very, very well planned attack on him, because he was ready and facing full Boko Haram in Zambia or whatever. I don't know the place. I think it's in Borno or what. I don't know the place. But the news says that man was the one fighting seriously to end insecurity and Boko Haram agenda movement. Probably he was busy blocking, people who are supplying those arms and uniform to the bandits. What did they do? They planned against him and by the man. When Obasanjo, during the time of Obasanjo, somebody, Onovo, an Igbo man, was the one, I think he was Army General that time. He was dealing with the bandits and fighting seriously to end that Boko Haram. What did they do? So I think that was during Jonathan, not Obasanjo, during Jonathan. So what did they do? They planned it and organized themselves and make sure they retire Onovo immediately. So if you want to end the insecurity, because it is an ethnic something, it is an agenda well planned that everybody know that this is what they want to achieve with that thing. So you fighting it is fighting against them. That was why Buhari said that an attack on Boko Haram is an attack on the north, because they know Boko Haram is all about northern agenda. They know. So it's not a hidden thing. It's not a hidden fact. So what are we pretending about it? Here is the news from Sahara Reporters that not that they arrest the man or they're interrogating the man. No, they just put the news out there, and that is the end of it. Somebody back here who were indicted with H0t. What become of that case? Nothing. How former Nigerian Air Force officers supplied military uniforms, arms to Ndinegbo Mmadụ in Zamfara State. That is it. It is not something that we say, oh, I don't know. And the way the insecurity is going, that insecurity is giving birth to bad economy that you are hearing today. Because farmers cannot farm anymore. Who would like to invest money in an environment that your safety is not guaranteed? Who is that kind of business person that would like to invest money in an environment where your life and your property is not safe? Today, I saw a news also. I think this news was yesterday, but I managed to lay my hands on it today. Nigerian Bl0w company increases prices of beers over rising cost of importation. So they talked about subsidy that Buhari removed. Now that the Buhari government is Tinubu government is trying to remove, not Buhari. Now they are trying to lay hands on anything to see if they can control the economy or do something, to save the economy. Of course, they can't. Whatever they do will not save it, because it is done. It is done. They are all know the problem. They borrow money and do the money. I think I told you also yesterday that the money that they looted from, I think they recovered from those who looted it, probably from the time of Abacha. They recovered that money during the time of Buhari, and that money has been also been looted again after they recovered it. It is now no more in the central bank. That they forced signature of Buhari and diverted that money, and that money is nowhere to be found at the moment. Now, Bl0w company is now telling you they're going to increase price of beer. So everything from A to Z is up there. The price has gone up. The price has gone up from pure water, from land, from food, vegetable, everything. And are you going to blame the Bl0w? The answer is no, because the power supply they are using in their production, I'm just giving you one of the example, the price have also gone up. They have increased the price. So transportation due to fuel, the price has shifted. Now, custom, like I was saying before I moved to another thing, custom have also increased their taxation on importation of goods. How does that help the company? Is a company help the country? So can that thing help in civilians, Nigerians, or anybody? The answer is no. Instead, it will bring more hardship upon the one you are having already. That is how they roll. Anybody who tells you that things are going to be better is lying to you. Now, we know about what happened in Amufu before. In 2022, if I'm not mistaken, there was this major attack by Fulani herdsmen in Amufu, and people lost their lives, people piled in numbers. Now, the same in Amufu is what a report came out, through Prime Minister, that they are now, the Igwe of the community is negotiating or have agreed to give 3,000 acres of land to the current governor of Enugu State, Peter Mba, to build ranches or whatever they want to build for Fulani. I think I also told us yesterday in our broadcast that PM have kicked against it, and Peter Mba denied that what ranches is different from Ruga that people accused him of building. Now, let's read. Announcement, this is from PM. The attention of the Biafran government in Ezra has been drawn to a letter written by one Igwe from Amufu in Old Enugu State. In the letter, the so-called Igwe is consenting to donate 3,000 acres of land to Old Enugu State illegitimate Nigerian governor in Biafra land. We therefore call on that Igwe Philomeno. Okay, is it Philomeno? I don't know. I don't know this name. It doesn't sound like a Biafran name. Okay, C. Obiago. That's the name of the man, Obiago. To immediately withdraw such consent. No Igwe will be allowed to donate any land to Nigerian representatives within Biafran for Fulani Ndogbo Mada. The letter was dated 24th January 2024. We therefore call on the Igwe to immediately withdraw that letter within 72 hours of this notice. Biafrans from this location should share this to get to the Igwe immediately, and we want the same Igwe to write this consent, to withdraw this consent publicly or relocate to State House and join Enugu State Governor in Government House. This is a response and warning from Biafran government in Ezra through Biafran Prime Minister. So someone attached a video of what happened in that Amufu before, how people were being fired anyhow and they lost their lives. So this is a society where you want to tell us that everything is perfect, there's no problem, all is moving fine, don't worry, we are there with you, we are this and blah blah blah. Is that the country that you are hoping to live the way you want to live? It is very, very difficult. Now, Sahara Reporter says Nigerian government declares central bank staffs order wanted for forging ex-President Buhari's signature to steal 6.2 million. Okay, 6.2. This money they stole is different from the one that I told you yesterday. That one is different from. So all of them, the one of their manifestos is to steal, take, and you cannot grow economy by taking from the economy from the little that you have to build up your economy. That is why I said anybody who thinks that is going to get better, that things are going to move better and everything, you are deceiving yourself. Honestly, you are deceiving yourself. It won't get better. It will keep on worsening and worsening and worsening. It is not a prayer. It is not a prophecy, but it is a reality. It is a reality. I don't know why all of a sudden I was not able to get people's chat anymore, but I think I can see there is none coming up. Mark Gold says so-called Peter Mba is a rubbish. We Biafran don't need him as Fulani use him trying to confuse us in the name of one Nigeria. Yes, greeting Biafrans. Okay, that's for Emelike. Good afternoon. Good afternoon to you, my brother. I'm not Kai. It's not Kai Report TV. I'm just Kai. My channel is just Kai Report. It's just Kai Report. So that is it. That is it. I will like you to listen to this message. This message is not today, okay? But what the message that's being passed through this voice note this video that I want to play now, is actually what is happening. It is still happening today, and it will still happen tomorrow. Okay? Let me release it so that you understand what I'm trying to say.
And send them back. Let us look for radical youths in the South. Give them scholarship in Arab nations, convert them, and send them back. Their first experiment at Sadi Dokubo, it worked beautifully. They've taken hundreds of youths from Niger Delta. They are in Kuwait, they are in Dubai, they are in Iran. They are there now, and they are taking them, and they are giving them scholarship, giving them money. Those ones are come back, they will come back, they may not convert to Islam, but they will have a soft spot for Islam. Go to the South. There are two ideologies inside the Nigerian constitution. Let me show you something. Sharia is mentioned in your constitution 73 times. Islam 28 times. Grand Qadi 54 times. Muslim 10 times in the Nigerian constitution 1999. There is no single mention of Christ in the Nigerian constitution. No single mention of Christian in the Nigerian constitution. No single mention of Christianity in the Nigerian constitution. No single mention of church in the Nigerian constitution. Now I ask you, sir, I ask you, ma, is your country an Islamic state, a Christian state, or a secular state? Which one is Nigeria? Talk to me. Constitutionally, Nigeria is an Islamic state, but it is mercantile Christianity. They say it can be bought and it can be sold. That's the word. It can be bought and it can be sold. They studied us and they said all you need to do is give the Igbo man sufficient money. He will drop the Bible, he will pick the Quran. And it is working beautifully. As of today, half of Abakaliki has converted to Islam. As of today, the largest Islamic study center in Nigeria is in Igbo land, in Ebonyi State. If you monitor the news, January this year, 18 young Igbo men converted to Islam at the National Mosque in Abuja. It was carried live on NTA. The governors of Sokoto and the governor of Bauchi gave each one of them 5 million naira each. Your governor, Rochas Okorocha, gave them 2 million naira. Ex-governor H0t gave them 1 million naira. Of course, Rochas now turned around and said no, that he did not give them any money. Shh, something that NTA carried. I've had the privilege to go to some parts of Igbo land and do this presentation. I have told the Igbo brethren, don't expect bomb. There will be no AK-47. Expect Naira rain. They will pump money into Igbo land. And they are pumping money into Igbo land. If you are from the East, please get in touch with our people there. Tell them everything is not money. Don't sell your birthright. 3 plans for Igbo land: encourage Muslim businessmen to go into partnership with the Igbos, encourage Igbos to become cattle rearers, encourage Igbo girls to marry Hausa Muslims. That's the plan. They have activated it. I'm telling you something that was planned 30 years ago. And as you are sitting down here, if I ask you, can you show me the strategy document of the church?
None.
The church has no plan. We are just trying to draw up one now. The church has no plan. Islam has put its own in place 30 years ago. They are implementing it step by step. Southwest. Islam said concerning Yoruba land, both Islam and Christianity are superficial. That is, if a Yoruba man tells you he's a Muslim, or if he tells you he's a Christian, you say, don't mind him. He's not a serious one. He's not committed to any other religion. That the real religion of the Yoruba man is traditional worship. Their strategy for Yoruba land is that they will start an Islamic movement that looks like Christianity. That Islamic movement will be meeting on Sunday morning. They will call themselves brothers and sisters. They will do wedding like Christians. They will do vigil like Christians. They will do praise and worship like Christians. If you buy land for your campground on Lagos-Ibadan Express Road, they will buy their own land. When you are having your Holy Ghost service, they will have their holy service without the ghost. So that in the process of time, the Muslim in Yoruba land will see no difference between Christianity and Islam. When you now go out on evangelism and you are trying to convert Muslims, they will tell you, Abba, Kilode, Shebolon Kono Lansing. We are serving the same God. Why? Whatever you are doing in the church, they are doing in the mosque. OIC agenda. It's been in place. You are seeing it with your eyes, but you don't know what you are seeing. 30 years ago. The question now is, what is your response? South, nothing much. All they said is, let us look for radical youths in the South. Give them scholarship in Arab nations, convert them, and send them back. Their first experiment at Sari Dokubo, it worked beautifully. They've taken hundreds of youths from Niger Delta. They are in Kuwait, they are in Dubai, they are in Iran. They are there now, and they are taking them, and they are giving them scholarship, giving them money. Those ones that come back, they will come back. They may not convert to Islam, but they will have a soft spot for Islam. Go to the south, to the north, to the Niger Delta now. If you are from Niger Delta, go back home and find out how many houses in your town were owned by the indigenous 10 years ago, and how many houses in your town are owned by Muslims. You will be shocked. They have bought nearly all the houses in Niger Delta. Port Harcourt, Yenagoa, Bayelsa, they are buying properties there. Why? They want the oil and the gas. We are looking at it and we don't know what we are seeing. When Islam plans 25 years in advance. They are master strategists. It is the church. You know, Jesus Christ says the sons of are wiser in their generation than the sons of light.
Okay, that is the message. Breaking news from PM. This is a heartbreaking. I have to see. This is why I always, focus my broadcast on Igbos. This is why. Let me read it out so you understand it. PM. This is just 3 minutes ago. Just released it, posted it immediately as we are live. Let it be on record that official BAT, that is Tinubu and Yorubas, has released all their political activists with compensation. All of them. They have released everybody. But those from Southeast are still, being detained, imprisoned, and they keep on receiving torture. And Igbo, not that the Igbo, that God don't bless Igbo, so God gave Igbo people, God gave us everything we can think of. But our major problem is our brothers, our people who choose to focus on what they will eat. Like this voice that you just listened now, there's a place where he said that don't expect them to come with AK. They are going to come to to Igbo land. They're not going to move to war against you with AK. That the war at this point in time is money. They will ship money in your region to confuse most of you. And the reason why their agenda is to destroy economy of Igbos, and you know what Igbos are going through economically, is for them to make you to be so hungry that once they release money to you, you will jump like a fowl that want to pick up his feed. So they want to use it to control you, make them hungry, then show them money, promise them money, they will do what you want to do. Anything you want, you tell them to do, they will do it. The first agenda is to put them in hardship. Once they are suffering, they will tell them, okay, I will do this for you, they will do it for them to have something to eat. And maybe the reason why they believe that it will work for them is because of the experience during the Biafra war, where the blockade was what they used to win the war and destroy end the war. So I don't know why our people don't want to see this. When you talk, they will say that you are supporting a Ekperima. You are this. It's not about supporting anybody. Imagine it. How many? How many? When did he even? When was his inauguration? I think he was it not? Is it November? I can't remember the month. But now everybody in that every Yorubas political prisoners, they have released all of them from A to Z. That's what PM just published. and people don't want to see something wrong with that. Our people are in an almighty mess. Almighty mess. I don't know what to say again. This is heartbreaking, honestly. Imagine seeing your own people, seeing your, going backward without looking back. People are making joke of you, taking you for granted, calling you names, calling you what you are not. It is very, very sad. Very, very, very sad. Very, very sad. There's another video that I would like to share with you, but I think there's no point. I just feel so weak after reading this. Masamon Kano is there in DSS, suffering. Thousands of Igbo youths are in prison. And when you talk, you say, you want Biafra. What is wrong with that? What is wrong with that? Igbos must be the first to receive any punishment at all. Igbos. What other people are doing, if you do just little of it, they will come after you. That is when they remember they have constitution. The only people that will save us in this thing is ourselves. We have to be the one to save ourselves. So we have to be the one to save ourselves. It's a bit of hand. Okay. To me, I feel like Igbos need to reassess themselves. Sometimes I don't know if it is right or wrong to say that it is better to allow Fulanis to penetrate into our land a little bit, so that if that's what it will take for our people to start reasoning well, you have your sense to put your senses in order for you to make a very good decision. But on the other hand, it is very, very painful to allow people who have been on your neck, people who put you in this problem since time immemorial, to become the one to invade your land as well. But let's see. I just pray that God will strengthen PM and all the people who are fighting, who are doing what is need to be done to get this nonsense, to put a stop to this mess. Masakan don't have any hope. Nobody is fighting for him. Nobody is speaking for him. Not even the so-called Igbo politicians. Instead, they're using him to to cash out for their own agenda. P2B campaign for president and everything. All the time he was shouting, campaigning, there was never a time he made mention of Masamon Kano. Not then, not now, even after election, never. All that have visited him, gone to see him. People have never ever visit Masamon Kano. He don't even talk about him. This is the same P2B that thousands of Biafrans decided to abandon Biafra to support him during the election. And all of them are hiding after the election until now. None of them have come out and say, oh, I got it wrong. Only few of them, which I don't know, I don't trust, because few of them that did it, they did it because they believe that it is time to do something. But after doing that, what have they done? Nothing. Totally nothing. It is always a very bad experience, to talk about this. Very bad feelings to remember the condition of our people and what is going on in our land. Today, the governor in Biafra land is is busy allowing military to burn, people's house, villages, market squares, and even their little business, destroying them. Some of them, their children are the one, their children are victim of what is happening in Lagos, and in their villages they are also there. Military are there also doing the same thing that their children are experiencing in Lagos. And when we talk about it, to you it doesn't matter because it has not gotten to you. The little fight and little effort that Biafrans are doing to stop the agenda is what you are enjoying, thinking that it is a progress of the country to make you to save your life and property. If you pull out Biafran government in exile and Biafran Liberation Army today, 1 week, the whole thing will be neck. I'm telling you gospel truth. Because remember how you were shivering during the time of Operation Python Dance? That was when nothing was happening. So imagine now they want to quickly execute the plan. What will be of you and your people back there in Nigeria? Anyway, we are going to be live again later tonight. So I will draw the curtain close now. Thank you so much for your time. Thank you for watching. I really appreciate it. Please hit the like button as well. Comment and share. Tell me what you think about all I have said so far. Have a wonderful day ahead. Bye bye.